Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Danny Gobby Gymnasium here in Chapmanville, West Virginia, where tonight it is the finals of the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament with you as the Chapmanville Tigers at 4-1 set to take on the 6-5 Beth Haven Christian Hornets. Hello, friends, and welcome to the broadcast table. Chris Kidd here with you, with Nathan Bush right beside me, with Joe Mounts on video productions, and David Anderson back in the WVOW studios. And Nathan, these two teams had two very different wins last night. Again, it started out pretty similar in the first half. Both teams had dominant performances, led by a ton going into break. But then Beth Haven had to hang on for dear life to hold on to a 25-point lead that shrunk to 2 as the buzzer sounded, but Chapmanville ran away from Mountain View 77-34.
Yeah, and Chapmanville completely dominated the Golden Knights last night in a really tough ball game for Mountain View. Chapmanville just kind of cruised, whereas Beth Haven looked like they were going to cruise as well, as you brought up, Chris, and then Woodland Hills came storming back. And, you know, the Wolverines ended up picking up a win against Mountain View in the consolation game. But Beth Haven was tested yesterday, and they can't come out in the second like they did in the second half yesterday flat against this Chapmanville team. And Beth Haven's got to play a perfect ball game. And they're going to have to be absolutely perfect. They're going to have to hope Chapmanville makes mistakes. That's pretty much where we're at right now in this game.
Here at the moment, both teams warming up, getting set for tonight's matchup between the Tigers and the Beth Haven Hornets. As we will step aside for a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about tonight's matchup between Chapmanville and Beth Haven, as you are listening to and watching live right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on video productions.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy, and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush with you. And in the consolation game earlier, we saw Woodland Hills knock out Mount View with a 13-point win, I believe it was, at the end of that contest. Again, that was a game Woodland Hills led wire to wire. Didn't surrender the lead as Mount View came back from 19 down to cut it to 9 in the fourth quarter, but Woodland Hills able to get out of here with third place in the tournament, and now we're closing in on who will finish first place in this tournament. And last night, Nathan, we saw all 16 Chapmanville players get into the lineup. We saw 11 of them score in the lineup as well, and got to see a lot of contribution from a lot of different players last night. And Coach Napper hoping he can have a similar evening here tonight where, you know, he can run away with this one early. But this is a Beth Haven team we saw with a lot of talent last night, including Isaac Moore, who had 20 points in that win over Woodland Hills.
Yeah, and, you know, we saw a really dominant performance from Beth Haven in the first half. The second half, though, just was not a pretty sight for the Hornets, as they're going to look to put that in the past behind them and come out tonight and try to play as tough as they can. This should be an interesting ball game. A lot of players that a lot of people have seen before. You know, they've got the Spalding twins who played at Matt and Andy. And there's also the Dante Adams, as I mispronounced yesterday. But Dante Adams is the one who transferred from Logan, played a lot of AAU ball over in Logan as well. So we've seen a lot of these players before. It's just now in a different uniform.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how they match up here today against this Chapmanville ball club as they are warming up right now. Chapmanville going back to the locker room to get themselves ready for introductions here shortly. And heading into this game now, it's time for the Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game. And Nathan, what do you see as the keys to the game tonight for Chapmanville to come out of here as Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament winners yet again?
Well, they can't take this team lightly, Chris, and I know Chapmanville usually takes no team lightly. They can't allow their shooting, Beth Haven shooting, to get on from the outside. And Chapmanville, they've just got to come out and play Chapmanville basketball. Heavy favorites in this game as well. And I believe Chapmanville will come out as the winner of this holiday tournament. But, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what Beth Haven tries to do against this Chapmanville club. But if they can get Obina, Mullins, and Scholl going early in this ball game, I think that Chapmanville will come out ahead.
Well, those are your Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game, and the key to your health care is with Logan Regional Medical Center, offering care for every stage of life, from the Women's Center to pediatrics and primary care physicians. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you. Well, again, we apologize to Terry and to David back in the studio. Again, we said 2 minutes a moment ago. Instead, we cut it to 1. Let's go with 2 minutes this time. Again, a 2-minute break, and we'll be back right after this as you are getting ready to listen to and watch the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
I'm Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, surgical podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
All will be merry at Thornhill Ford Lincoln during our Build for the Holidays sales event. Time to get the biggest savings with $11,600 off F-150 XLT Crew Cab starting at $34,944 and Ranger XLT up to $7,500 off starting at $29,899.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
The Built for the Holidays sales event is here with unbelievable deals at Thornhill Ford Lincoln. Special gifts for your special someone. 2019 Ford Mustang GT convertible up to $7,000 off, 3 to choose from, and 2019 Ford EcoSport now $18,000.
Welcome back, everybody, as we are getting set for player introductions here tonight from the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush with you as both teams on the floor, as it'll be Chapmanville in their all-white uniforms with orange lettering and orange and white CRHS across their chest. Beth Haven will be in their all-black uniforms with red trim and red lettering, as they have DHCS written in red across their chest, as the introduction's getting set here tonight. And really, though, if Beth Haven's going to be able to hang in this game, Nathan, again, you're going to have to see a lot of production here tonight from the Spaldings. Again, Matt Spalding, who transferred from Am with his twin brother Andy. Again, he averages 16.8 points per game. Andy does 9.9 points per game. Dante Adams, who transferred from Logan to Chapmanville, then to Beth Haven, averaging nearly 10 points per game as well. But Isaac Moore was the big catalyst the other night, or last night, with 20 points. Scored over 1,000 points in his career just 2 weeks ago. So this is a Beth Haven team that does have good balanced scoring and does have an offensive attack if Chapmanville lets them get into it, that is.
Well, that's going to be the key, is what can Beth Haven do to slow down this high-powered machine that is Chapmanville. And Beth Haven's got a great squad, Chris. I'm not taking anything away from them, but they are legitimately playing the best basketball team in AA in the state of West Virginia, possibly the entire state of West Virginia, all classes included. This is going to be an uphill battle for them, and let's see what they can come out here and do. And Chapmanville's defense is smothering. We saw it last night. Can Beth Haven overcome that smothering defense of the Chapmanville Tigers?
And it'll be Isaac Moore, the 6'3 junior, 6'1 senior Dante Adams, along with Andy Spalding, a 5'8 junior, Tyler Hobbs, a 6'6 senior, and Caleb Maynard, a 5'11 junior, in the starting lineup here tonight. Is Chapmanville going to show a different look here at the starting lineup tonight? Again, they showed one different last night. You're going to see Isaac Smith getting the start here this evening for Chapmanville, the 6'1 freshman. Then you'll have Chase Berry, starting quarterback for the football team, 6'3 senior, getting himself his first start here tonight. Then you get the regulars with Andrew Scholl at 6 foot, a senior, an All-State honorable mention last year. Then you have Philip Mullins, 6'3 senior, also an All-State honorable mention last year. And 6'9 senior Obina Anachile Killen, 2 times in a row, first team All-State, 3 times in a row, all-tournament team in the Charleston Civic Center.
Yeah, it should be a big game for these two young men getting a start, and Barry and Smith and Obina Anachile Killen coming out. We get the fist bumps all around.
And he had 9 points last night. Again, 37 in that huge win over Miller, Virginia last Saturday night, as he was just all over the place and helped bring Chapmanville back from that 12-point deficit to be able to maintain their dominance on their home floor. Now Beth Haven will try and be the first team in 50 tries to knock Chapmanville off. Again, Chapmanville has not lost to an in-state opponent in the last 50 attempts, not since the 2017 AA state championship game against Fairmont Senior.
Interesting, Isaac Moore's got one long leg sleeve on, and on the other leg, no leg sleeve. Interesting look for the Beth Haven Hornets. And
tip is controlled by Obina as we're underway here tonight, as he and Hobbs jumped it up. Chapmanville going left to right across your computer screen and radio dial, with Beth Haven going right to left as they get it into the right corner. Philip Mullins misses on his first attempt tonight from 3, rebounded by Dante Adams. They'll slow things into the front court here, and I would imagine Beth Haven doesn't want to get into a run-and-gun type game with Chapmanville.
Well, that's the problem, Chris. Chapmanville can run and gun, and then on defense, if you let them get set, they're dangerous there.
It is. It's kind of a catch-22 that you find yourself in, as Hobbs gets it over to Adams. Adams gets to the free throw line, out to Moore. He'll go for 3 and count it for Isaac Moore. A big start for Beth Haven.
Well, we saw Isaac Moore yesterday, Chris. This kid can absolutely shoot the lights out. He had 20 in the first half.
And against Calvary Christian in one game, as Mullins misses on a pull-up jumper inside the paint. And big collision, nothing called as it goes out of bounds. They'll say last touched. Still haven't signaled here yet, but last touch by Beth Haven.
Wow, I thought that would be Beth Haven ball, but apparently somebody touched it.
Yeah, Beth Haven thought it was going to be their ball too, as they didn't try and retrieve it. So Chapmanville will inbound. Scholl will underneath his own basket to Obina. Left corner 3, and Obina converts to start things off tonight for Chapmanville, all even at 3.
Used to be that would be a shot you'd let Obina have, was that three-pointer, but not anymore. He can knock him down.
Now Dante Adams gets into the paint, pull-up jumper, short with it, rebounded by Mullins underneath, and Mullins was the only player last night in double figures not in the game for either team against Mount View, as he had 18. Scholl pull-up jumper, short with it from the right elbow, rebounded by Moore underneath.
And I'll say, Chris, you heard Coach Napper just a minute ago when Adams went up to shoot, he said, shooter, shooter. Coach Adams and Dante Adams know each other very well.
6:25 to go here in the first quarter, all even at 3 apiece here in the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament Championship game. Moore up top, slapped away by Berry as it goes over to Scholl. Scholl races into the front court, lobs it up. No, shoots it up as he got hit in the face on that as well, and Scholl somehow got that to go.
I have no idea how that shot went in. I thought he was trying to throw an alley-oop.
I did too, Ed, because you saw Obina floating in on the left side, and it may have been, but Scholl ends up throwing it in for the basket as Moore tried to throw it between the legs of Obina, knocked away to Philip Mullins, and it'll stay with Chapmanville as it goes out of bounds.
Coach Napper grabbed the ball. He was not thrilled with that there, and now Chapmanville, he's telling him to attack.
And Mullins does so as he takes it in strong on the right side, and Philip Mullins able to finish at the rack.
It really is, Chris, kind of a David and Goliath matchup here. As we speculate, this is the first time these two schools have ever played each other.
Adams gets inside the free throw line, misses off the back iron, tipped back up by Moore, no good. Rebounded underneath by Caleb Maynard, and he's pushed from behind.
Again, if you missed our video productions game earlier, we made the announcement Logan picked up the win at the Battle for the Armory as they defeated the name escaped George Washington. The name was escaping me for a second there. They beat George Washington, and currently Shady Spring is defeating Woodrow Wilson 34-25.
So he inbounded to Isaac Moore, and he cuts to the rim on the right side, and he'll lay it in for an easy two. He's got all 5 points.
He's a special athlete, is Moore.
Out front for Mullins, left all alone, and Philip Mullins is going to make you pay almost every time as he has developed into quite the killer from the outside as he's got 5.
You can't leave him alone either, Chris. This whole Chapmanville team, if anybody gets open, it's really hard to try to beat.
10-5 Chapmanville, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Nice cut by Dante Adams, and he'll lay it in with the left hand to cut it to 3.
Very nice cut from Adams as he saw the trap coming, and he found the middle lane there, and there was nobody there.
Mullins drives in on the other and goes up and under, can't convert. Chase Berry with the rebound out to Scholl, wide open straight on, and he banks it in as Scholl gave a look to the bench like that wasn't supposed to happen.
Hey, the bank is open apparently, Chris. Open late on Saturdays for Andrew Scholl. 13. He's got 5 points right now, and I think most of them were on accident.
And Mullins almost with the steal on Dante Adams as they both crashed the deck, but out of bounds off of Phillip.
I'll give credit, though. This Beth Haven squad, Chris, they are showing no fear of this Chapmanville team. They are coming out and taking it to them.
So inbound into the back court for Andy Spalding. He'll bring it up the floor. Gets it over for Adams. Knocked away again by Mullins. As it'll stay with the Hornets. 4:23 to go in the first quarter. 13-7 Chapmanville.
This Chapmanville team on defense, they just swarm. They're pests on defense.
So inbound it deep into the backcourt. Andy Spalding being harassed by Andrew Scholl.
Here comes Beth Haven is trying not to get trapped here.
Matt Spalding into the game, the leading scorer on the team, gets it underneath for Hobbs. He can't finish around the rim. Rebounded by Obina, had it poked away, but into the hands of Philip Mullins. Mullins looks underneath, finds Berry, kicks it in the left corner. Now out to Scholl, left wing 3 on the way, misses off to the side. Berry gets the rebound, back out to Scholl. Scholl picked up by Andy Spalding, goes inside, pass off of hands as it entered the paint, and out of bounds off of the Hornets.
Beth Haven, there's a timeout by Coach Hipshire.
It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep things here with Chapmanville leading at 13-7. Nationwide Insurance Agent Greg Dalton is a proud supporter of Chapmanville Regional Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-855-4906. Greg Dalton Insurance with offices on Main Street in Chapmanville and Main Street in Logan. For all your sides, there is nationwide. This is WVOW Logan.
Coach Hipshire is fired up in the huddle over here, Chris. I don't know if you could see his reaction. His players were going to grab a seat. He didn't allow that to happen. He said, no, you stay out here. And his blood pressure's up.
Yeah, again, we noticed last night, again, Hipshire, very fiery coach. Really does try and inspire his ball club. And, you know, we talked about it during that 4-game losing streak they had. Again, they won their first 3, Beth Haven did. Then they lost 4 in a row. Then they won their next 2. Then they lost by 26. Then they won last night. So it's been an up-and-down season for them. But they have played very tough competition. But he said during that 4-game losing streak, he said, if we don't start sharing the ball, we may not win another game at this point. So even saw him last night talking about that. As out of the timeout, Mullins goes down low for Obina, and Obina slides in on the right block and lays it in.
Now, Beth Haven has size, but they have no one that can match up man-to-man on Obina.
3:37 left in the first quarter. Chapmanville leads it by 8. Adams drives into the center, throws it up, count it, and the foul. As a blocking foul called on Isaiah Smith, and Dante Adams with a 3-point play opportunity.
Well, we talked about it last night, Chris. Dante Adams he transferred, played at Logan. He's played at Chapmanville. He's played for Coach Napper here before, and maybe he's trying to prove, hey, I am good enough. I could have played here. Maybe a chip on his shoulder a little bit as he's playing for Beth Haven now. Because he's an excellent ball player.
Adams at the free throw line now, already with 4 points, looking for his 5th, and short with it. As Mullins and Obina both fighting for the rebound. Obina wins that battle.
They're both smiling at each other. Obina said, nope, my stats.
They get it up to Mullins on the right wing.
They're going to try and trap. I don't know if I agree with that.
Up top for Obina. He'll go for 3. No good. Rebounded by Brody Dalton. Out to Scholl. He'll fire up a quick 3. No good as it rolls off. Rebound loose underneath. And Mullins comes out there with it. And now bodies crash the deck. And we're going to get a loose ball foul. It appears on Beth Haven.
Yeah, I believe they got that on Spalding. Oh, interesting. Tonight looks like Andy Spalding wearing 3 and Matt Spalding wearing 14, whereas yesterday it was 3 and 30.
Yeah, you got to love these new numbers on all these different uniforms for home and away as they inbound at the Mullins. He misses a 3 from the right corner. Gets his own rebound back. Mullins dribbles in, goes over the left hand, misses, but he's fouled on the way in.
Tried to go up, and according to Joe Mounts over here as he munches some delicious popcorn, the Isaac Moore was number 15 yesterday, and he's 23 tonight.
Now Mullins at the free throw line. He's got 5 points here in the first quarter as he gets the first free throw to fall.
Another update from yesterday, Man actually remained undefeated, Chris. They defeated Pikeview, so congratulations to Coach Blevins and the Man Hillbillies.
Again, they've been off to a strong start this season as second free throw off the mark, no good by Mullins. 16-9, Chapmanville leads it, 2:52 to go in the first quarter. Out front, Andy Spalding, picked up by Mullins.
Andy can't dribble all day. Close to 5 seconds. There it is.
There it is. Yeah, Philip Mullins all over Andy Spalding and gets the 5-second call.
Can't stand there and dribble all day. Mullins was right in his hip pocket.
Mullins will inbound from the far side.
And Coach Napier's son just checked in. He just patted our table.
Kick ball by Matt Spalding, so it'll stay with Chapmanville. 2:36 to go here in the first quarter. 7-point lead for the Tigers.
And, you know, Beth Haven's got Hobbs on Obina. They're trying to play man-to-man here, it looks like.
It's Preston Smith with it on the right side. Gets it Obina at the free throw line. Drives in, count it, and the foul for Obina and Achille Killen.
Honestly, Chris, man-to-man, I don't know anybody in the state that can guard him. And that's the truth. Really, I don't know anybody in the state that can guard Obina Killen. You see in our video productions replay here, they give it to him. Hobbs is giving him room and tries to step up, and Obina just goes up strong.
His free throw up and good. Obina with 8 points here in the first quarter. 19-9.
And you know, Chris, it's a 10-point lead, but it doesn't even feel like it. It feels like Chapmanville's only up by about 5 or 6.
Now Andy Spalding over to Matt Spalding. Drives in, floater on the way. Tried to bank it in, but off the mark. Rebounded by Mullins. Up head to Preston Smith. He'll drive in right side. Cut off. Misses. Obina's put back no good. Rebounded by Dalton. Now ball loose on the floor.
Jump ball. I'll tell you what, look at these kids hustling, Chris. You got to give it to both teams. Everybody on the floor diving for the ball. That's what you want.
That'll be more to inbound right in front of press row.
Got a little bit of a wet spot here on the floor. We're going to try and get that cleaned up real quick. We're going to have to hire some guys with some, nice kick from Moore. Kicked the towel right up into his coach's hands. Impressive. Yeah. I tried to do that in the shower one time and almost killed myself.
As Andy Spalding across the timeline. Gets it over to Dante Adams. 1:50 to go here in the first quarter. Adams into the center. His pass kicked out of bounds by Obina.
If you're going to try a skip pass, trying to throw a skip pass over Obina is not exactly going to be one of the easiest passes you can make.
Now it'll be Spalding to inbound in front of the Chapmanville bench. It's a very long first quarter here on both sides.
Indeed.
They get it into the backcourt for Andy Spalding.
You better get back over across the timeline. He does.
He's over to the right side. Down to 1:35 to go here in the first quarter. Pass over to Isaac Moore. Moore in the left corner. Wide open three for Matt Spalding and can't convert. Rebounded by Obina underneath.
That's one that Beth Haven needed.
He gets it up ahead to Mullins. Now back into the center for Obina. Puts up a one-hander, short with it. Rebounded underneath by Chapmanville. Saved to Brody Dalton. Now back to Obina. Goes in hard left side, and he crashes to the deck as he's fouled on the way in.
I thought Brody Dalton has done a great job. He's got to have at least 4 rebounds, all on the offensive glass. He's done a fantastic job early in this game getting the ball off the misses.
That foul will go against Hobbs, and that'll be his second. So Obina at the line with 8 points, make it 9 as he hits on the first.
As Hunter Jeffrey checks in now.
And Jeffrey had 9 points last night in the win over Mount View. So Obina back to the foul line for a second attempt. This one up, and that one rolls off, and
got a lane violation. And yep, on Beth Haven.
So Bino will go back to the line here, and probably been the best free throw shooter thus far this season. Was 9 of 10 against ISA, 10 of 11 against Miller, Virginia. As gets the second one to fall, he's 3 of 3 from the line.
From what I just heard, I think they're going to put Obina on Isaac Moore.
Beth Haven crossed the timeline. Pass, and Obina just swats it away out of bounds. Sound like a volleyball going out of bounds that time.
You can't do a chest pass like that with Obina. He's going to get a hand on it almost every time.
1:04 to go in this first quarter. Dante Adams back out front for Spalding and kicked away.
Coach Hipshire's fired up. And this pressure is really giving Beth Haven fits right now.
Now Adams will inbound from the far side. Gets it in the backcourt for Spalding. 21-9, Chapmanville leads it here in the finals of the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. As pass underneath to Adams. He tries to find Miller, and off his hands into Obina's. Here he comes, shovels it over, and Jeffrey can't handle it, and it goes out of bounds off the Tigers.
Jeffrey was not ready for that pass, and Obina fed him perfectly, just Jeffrey wasn't ready.
It's down to 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Adams.
Ooh, close to over and back.
Andy Spalding with it, finds it over, 3 on the way. No good for Isaac Moore that time. Rebounded by Chapmanville as Mullins brings it across the timeline over to Scholl, wide open from the left wing. Scholl in and out on the 3, rebounded by Dalton, back to Scholl. Takes it left baseline, his pass deflected out of bounds.
Active hands there, Chris. Looks like number 13, Jason Fry, got a hand on that one and knock it out of bounds.
18.2 seconds left in the first quarter. Scholl nonchalantly throws it into Jeffrey. Back into the corner for Scholl. Up top for Obina. He'll take a fadeaway jumper from the free throw line. In and out, no good. Long rebound tip back to Obina. Goes in on the left side. And what an angle found by Obina that time as he punts it in with 4 seconds left in the quarter. Adams lobs it up ahead and out of bounds with 0.4 of a second to go here in this first quarter.
The first quarter that would not end.
It feels like there's been about 437 stoppages here in the first quarter.
It really has been.
Jeffrey will get it into Mullins. He'll heave from half court, and mercifully the first 8 minutes will come to an end with Chapmanville leading it 23-9 as we go to intermission. We'll be back after this break as you are listening to and watching Chapmanville Tiger basketball action with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
I'm Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, surgical podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
Start at quarter number 2 here from the finals of the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. Chris Kidd here with you, with Nathan Bush alongside me as Chapmanville with the ball to start the second quarter. Obina drives in, too strong on the layup attempt, and rebounded by the Hornets. As they get it over for Andy Spalding, now out to Matt Spalding. Dribbles in, cut off, and had it stripped away by Philip Mullins. Mullins looks up ahead for Brody Dalton underneath on the right side. He's hammered on the way up by Andy Spalding, and that'll send him to the free throw line.
And Spalding now, I believe that's his first foul. Dalton's been very active tonight, Chris, with active hands, active on the glass. Done a great job so far.
6'4" freshman, had 5 points last night against Mountain View. Gets first one to roll home. Had 9 against Miller, Virginia, and really had a good season on the gridiron as well this year as a freshman. Second free throw up, that one good as well.
Here comes Spalding back up.
25-9. Chapmanville leads it as Matt Spalding takes a deep three from the right side. Over the rim, no good. Rebounded by Obina. Up ahead to Mullins underneath Hunter Jeffrey all alone, and he'll lay it in for his first two.
That's not a shot that you want from Beth Haven, and then Jeffrey finishes underneath.
27-9 now. Chapmanville with their largest lead of the game. Spalding into the center for Adams. Runs in to Hunter Jeffrey, and a charge called on Dante Adams.
Yeah, he led with the shoulder there and looked like he just mowed over a man, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
7:04 to go here in the first half. Chapmanville with the ball and an 18-point lead. Scholl brings it across the timeline. Picked up there by Andy Spalding. Now goes over to Obina. Obina took a wild attempt, and Isaac Moore and a technical called on Coach Hipshire. Again, Moore thought he got a clean block on Obina, started clapping over top of him, and then the foul came in, and then Coach Hipshire argued the call and picked up the technical.
Yeah, and let's see if we can get the look on the replay before Coach Hipshire got teed up here. See if there was a foul or if it was a clean block. Looked like a foul, at least on the video.
Obina hits the technical.
So Obina will shoot the technical free throws as well.
He's got 13 points, make it 14. And now he'll shoot free throws after the technicals.
Obina a chance for 4 here.
He hits on the first. He's now 6 of 6 from the line. And it'll also be Chapmanville ball out of this too, so a very costly technical and foul here on Beth Haven as Obina sinks them all.
Obina will make you pay from the line. That's something that the big man really has worked on, Chris, is that foul shooting, and he's gotten so much better as the years have went on.
Now the lead has swelled to 31-9 with 6:50 to go before the half. Lob up top. Scholl throws it off the backboard, and it goes out to Philip Mullins. He'll take a three, no good. Obina gets the rebound back, goes up, can't finish. Rebound loose underneath. Obina saves it. Gets it to Mullins, back into the right corner, and Obina, they're going to say he traveled with it as he tried to go baseline.
Yeah, moved his pivot foot, and that'll be a travel. Something you can't do, but how about the effort from Obina Killen? He's fired up underneath. And he went up, got rebounds, made passes. Excellent play.
31-9, Chapmanville leads it. Into the left corner, they go for Maynard. Back out top for Andy Spalding. Into the corner, and Adams makes the grab as he tries to take it baseline and lost it off his knee and out of bounds.
Beth Haven's floor spacing has not been very good here in this second quarter. They have struggled to get the ball around and get players spread out. This Chapmanville defense is doing its job.
6:20 to go here in the first half. 31-9, Chapmanville in control here in the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament Championship game as Obina takes it on the right wing, back out for Scholl.
It's an interesting matchup, more on Obina.
Scholl gets it to the left elbow, pull-up jumper off the back iron. Rebound comes out long to Moore. Moore brings it up the left side, cuts in, goes out there and swallowed away by Obina, but they're going to get him on the foul here.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul, but man, he got a lot of ball on that foul as well. Moore took off down the court and goes up for the left-handed layup. Obina said no, but he did foul him. Too much body contact.
Moore at the line, who has 5 points thus far, misses on the first attempt.
Spalding checks in for Spalding.
There's Matt Spalding back into the game. 5:55 to go here in the second quarter. 31-9 Chapmanville. Moore second free throw, also off the mark, rebounded by Jeffrey, and a whistle and a foul underneath.
That's going to be the 9th team foul on Beth Haven, so that will be, we got 1 and 1. We have to have 1 and 1. It's almost double bonus.
It's 9 team fouls now against Beth Haven. Only 33 against Chapmanville as Jeffrey will go to the other end and shoot a 1-on-1.
Coach Hipshire has been very quiet since that technical.
As Jeffrey hits on the first attempt. Chapmanville 11 of 12 from the free throw line here in the first half.
Coach Napier having a small caucus down here with the rest of his team.
Jeffrey hits both free throws, 33-9. Chapmanville now in the lead. As they get it to Moore. At the top of the key to Adams, drives in, can't finish on the right-handed layup, and now whistling a foul from behind.
It's going to be on Jeffrey, I believe.
And they will get Jeffrey on the push.
I'll give Dante Adams credit, Chris. He's really done a nice job getting to the rim and trying to get some shots up for this Beth Haven squad. He's just been kind of just surrounded the whole time as this game has almost turned into a free throw shooting contest.
As Adams hits on the first made free throw of the evening for Beth Haven. They were 0 of 3 until then. As he misses on the second, and Obina with the rebound.
Well, Beth Haven's finally reached double digits in this game. Chapmanville leads by 23.
33-10 with 5.5 minutes to go before halftime. Scholl, nice back cut by Obina, and he slams it home hard with the right hand.
Oh my goodness. Goodness. That was a dunk contest dunk.
Maynard pulls up for the jumper, no good. Rebounded by Mullins. Loose ball up the floor, and it finds Brody Dalton, and he'll have an easy lay in as the lead swells to 27.
Rough ball game here for Beth Haven so far as this Chapmanville team has been just deadly, both on offense and defense.
Moore takes it baseline, can't finish in front of Jeffrey, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chapmanville.
Oh my goodness, that's going to be a dunk from Obina that we're going to see on some highlight packages as we go forward. My goodness, and it wasn't, Chris, it's not just the fact that it's a dunk. If you're watching video productions, here it is. It's just the authority that he threw it down with.
As Adams dribbles it off his foot and out of bounds, back over to Chapmanville. As Andy Spalding checks back in, and Maynard will go to the bench.
My goodness.
4:49 to go here before halftime.
I mean, dunks like that, Chris, I hate to harp on it, but dunks like that are why there's breakaway rims.
Exactly.
Oh, my God. Oh. Down goes Scholl.
And right now, Beth Haven basically with the entire team in foul trouble as Matt Spalding picks up another.
That was a rough tumble for Scholl.
They'll send Scholl to the line as double bonus the rest of the half here for Chapmanville.
Yeah, 4:44 remaining, 37-10. The Tigers lead the Hornets.
Scholl with 5 points thus far, hits on the first. He had 27 points against ISA and Nitro so far this year. He had 6 threes in both those games. Hits on the second free throw. Scholl now with 7. It's 39-10 Chapmanville. Fry gets it out front for Moore. Moore trying to penetrate, takes it in on the left side, whistling a foul on the way in.
That was a good dribble drive by Moore to get up and had a nice looking shot, just didn't fall, but able to draw the foul. And that's going to be on Dalton.
Moore will go to the line here. He's got 5 points, 0 of 2 from the line.
Moore's really good going to his left.
He's able to hit on the first. So that's 5 team fouls now against Chapmanville. Second free throw rolls off, no good for Moore. 39-11, Tigers lead it. 4:27 to go here before halftime as Scholl drives in and gets the running layup to go.
Nice move from Scholl, falling away from the basket. Right hand goes up with it, finds the glass, kisses it off, and in it goes.
30-point lead now for Chapmanville over Beth Haven as Adams gets it over to Matt Spalding. He'll drive left baseline, floating layup, no good. Rebounded by Scholl, and Scholl's going to be called, it looks like, for a double dribble here.
Caught him for a carry.
Yeah, it might be a new record. We got through 2 possessions without a whistle that time.
I don't know if anyone at home could tell, but Chris is not feeling well. He's, I believe, got a touch of food poisoning
Yeah, this has not been a whole lot of fun. So if you're wondering why I'm not my usual enthusiastic self, it's because I might keel over here on the radio. But you know what? We're going to stick it out anyway as Moore pull-up jumper gets it to rattle home as he's got 8 points now.
And we do want to reiterate that food poisoning did not come from the concession stand here at Chapmanville.
No, it did not. Scholl gets it over to Preston Smith. Back out to Scholl. 28-point lead here for Chapmanville. Scholl takes over left side. He'll pull up for three. No good. Long rebound comes out to Scholl. Spins away from the defender. Baseline jumper, and he gets it to fall home. Scholl now with 11 points. Underneath to Hobbs. He can't finish at the rim.
Hobbs tried to get a foul there. It didn't happen.
Up ahead to Brody Dalton on the left side, and he can't finish either as here comes Dante Adams up the floor. And a whistle and a foul.
I think it was a good foul there for Chapmanville. Just kind of slow the pace down. That'll be their last foul they have to give before the 1-and-1. And Obina's breather is over.
He'll check back in here for Brody Dalton. 43-13 Chapmanville. 3:13 to go before intermission. And again, James Barker will be joining Nathan Bush at halftime. Again, James would ask him to come on and try and finish the game right now, but James having to do PA here tonight, so he's got other obligations, but he did say come on at halftime to try and give me a little bit of a break as they go down low, and the ball kicked away, and it'll stay with Beth.
Now we're looking at a 30-point lead still for the Tigers, 2:58 to go in the first half, and Jeffrey gets a hand on it, and 2 seconds roll off the clock.
The slow slog to halftime continues here with Chapmanville leading it by 30. Out front, long three for Andy Spalding at the top of the key, no good. Rebounded underneath by Obina. They'll get it over to Scholl. Scholl brings it across the timeline. He'll get a screen up top by Obina. Now back to Obina on the left wing. He'll go for three and too strong with it. Rebounded underneath by Andy Spalding. Down to 2:35 to go in the second quarter. Adams up the left side, gets into the paint, puts up a tough shot and gets it to go. Again, nice up and under there by Dante Adams.
So we've been apparently that we have the wrong coaching information. It's Coach Rick Priest for Beth Haven, as we've been informed. So we want to apologize. Our information had Coach Hipshire. It's Coach Rick Priest. So apologies to those listening at home.
All right, so Rick Priest, not Ronnie Hipshire.
Okay, we do apologize for that. Our information was incorrect that we were given.
And again, it just goes back, Ryan Epling kind of said it best. You got all these websites out there now, or you've got some websites. Turn in your stuff. Turn in your information. I mean, that's all you got to do.
That's all we ask.
Turn in your information. I mean, make it easier on all of us. Make it easier on your school as well. I mean, you're wanting to make sure you get your kids right, your coaches right as well. I mean, just turn in your information, coaches. That's all we're asking. As Dante Adams hits on the first.
Shady Spring leading Woodrow Wilson with 4 minutes to go in the battle for the Armory. 64-51 is the update right now.
Second free throw also good for Adams. He's got 9 points now. Yes, he does have 9 points for the game. 43-17 Chapmanville. Closing in on 2 minutes to go here before halftime. As Preston Smith out front for Isaiah Smith. He'll take a straight on three, and Isaiah Smith able to can it.
Big shot from Isaiah Smith. Knocked down the three, and the lead is 29.
46-17 Tigers out front. Andy Spalding gets it over. Two more. He'll drive inside. Pull up jumper short. Rebound comes out. Chase Berry has it for Chapmanville. As Mullins gets by Adams. Into the center he goes. Gets into the paint. Shovels it over for Berry. Out for Isaiah Smith. He'll go for another three. No good. But there's Obina right there to tip it in on the right side.
Obina's really starting to exert his dominance here, Chris, in these past few games especially.
Adams passing underneath the Hobbs. Nice grab by him as he lays it up and in.
Good finish from Hobbs there, and especially able to avoid any Chapmanville players from swarming him.
48-19 Obina is fade away blocked by Moore and rebounded underneath by the Hornets.
Yeah, Obina wanted a foul, not going to get it.
We close in on 1 minute to go here in the first half. Adams drives in right side, cut off. Kicks it back top of the key as they work it over to Matt Spalding. Takes a baseline jumper, no good. Rebound tipped back in by Isaac Moore, though.
Yeah, nice play from Moore there to get the one-handed tip in just before half.
Over to Preston Smith. He'll take a three from the right wing, no good. Rebound tipped up and out of bounds, last touched. Looks like by Beth Haven with 38.6 to go before halftime.
Quick subs. And both Spalding, or Adams and Andy Spalding will sit.
Mullins will trigger it in from underneath his own basket. Gets it out left wing for Preston Smith. Behind the back pass, Chase Berry. Over to Mullins. Mullins in the left corner as he had it knocked away by Spalding. Initially last touch by Mullins.
And Beth Haven's got another chance to cut into this lead and before the half.
Under half a minute to go here in the first half. So here comes Beth Haven across the timeline. Andy Spalding at the top of the key. Being guarded by Isaiah Smith. Let's see if they try and hold for one here as Isaac Moore, guarded by Obina with 12 seconds, dribbles in, throws up a tough shot, no good. Rebound knocked away, out of bounds off of Beth Haven with exactly 7 seconds to go before halftime.
Yes, and now Obina causing a big fuss underneath. When he goes up for a rebound, Chris, it's hard for anybody to get any position.
Berry will lob it into Obina. He'll take it left side, goes all the way into the rack, can't finish, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half as Chapmanville leading at 48-21 here in the finals of the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. We'll be back after this 2-minute break as you're listening to and watching Tiger basketball action right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
SUV season at Thornhill Mitsubishi. Serving up 0% APR for 72 months on 2019 Eclipse Cross, $20,770. $7,900 off 2019 Outlander PHEV and 2019 Outlander Sport. Wow, $15,750.
Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
There's a stop sign, and he just ran right through it and hit me. It was like I wasn't even there to him.
There were no witnesses, so the other driver tried to blame Roxana.
My legs were black and blue.
We found a surveillance video from a nearby business and proved that she was right and the other driver was wrong.
The amount that I received was actually a lot more than I thought.
Roxana got paid.
They made it where you actually wanted to talk to them.
Farmer Clyde and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
It's that magical time of year, Thornhill Mitsubishi's year-end sales event with brand new Mitsubishi models for under $20,000. Get the perfect gift that's safe, reliable, and affordable. Let Thornhill Mitsubishi make it happen. Make the holidays magical. Put Thornhill Mitsubishi at the
48-21 right now. Chapmanville leads Beth Haven Christian School in the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament at the half. Nathan Bush here with you. And we want to take a look here at some of the first half scoring if we can. I'm trying to get these figures added up as quickly as possible. But Isaac Moore leading the way for Beth Haven as he ends the half with 10 points. Dante Adams, he has 6, 7, 8, 9. And Tyler Hobbs with 2 for the Hornets. On the other side of the ball, the Chapmanville Tigers, a whole bunch of scoring from Obina and Achille Kill. It's going to take me a minute to add all those points up. Andrew Scholl with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Brody Dalton with 4. Hunter Jeffrey with 4. Isaiah Smith with 4. Philip Mullins, he has 6. And Obina has ended the half with 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21 points, if I have my figures correctly, in front of me as Chapmanville is leading the way 48-21. And the Tigers got off to a hot start early as Beth Haven looked to be keeping up somewhat early on, but the Tigers turned up the defensive pressure, and Beth Haven really has had no answer for that pressure ever since. The Hornets are 5-5 in play, or excuse me, they are 6-5 after the win last night with Rick Priest as the head coach. And again, I've seen the comments on Video Productions. I do apologize. We had Ronnie Hipshire listed as the coach online. That was the information we had got. So we do apologize for those mistakes. We have corrected that information. Rick Priest, the head coach at Beth Haven. Chapmanville 4-1. Only loss coming to an out-of-state school. They are looking for their 51st straight win against West Virginia opponents here tonight in the finals of the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. And they look to stay unbeaten at home for what seems like forever. They haven't lost here in Chapmanville since a double overtime game to Mingo Central in 2017 when Jeremy Dillon was still playing, and Dillon now at Marshall, if that says anything. How long Chapmanville has been undefeated here at home. And they've beaten some perennial foes here on their home court, including they've beaten Logan here. They beat Fairmont Senior here last year in the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. And Chapmanville looking to win their third straight Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament here tonight. And they are cruising right now 48-21 over the Beth Haven Christian School Hornets. But again, this is a matchup that Beth Haven is learning from, I would assume here. Coach Priest wants his team to play tough opponents, and they've really picked the toughest opponent they can get in the entire state of West Virginia to play against. And this Beth Haven squad, they have some great young pieces. Dante Adams has played well. Isaac Moore, just a junior. He'll be back next season. He's a fantastic shooter, great athlete as well. Tyler Hobbs has done well on defense. He's a defensive presence, and he's played very well early on. Both Spaldings are great players. Caleb Maynard's done good in spurts in the game, and they use Jason Maynard. He's the big man coming off the bench, and he's done a great job in spurts as well. So again, your halftime score 48-21 at the moment. Here, Chapmanville leads Beth Haven. We're going to step aside for a 3-minute break. So 3-minute break here to allow Chris to kind of catch his breath. Chris not feeling well. I'm Nathan Bush here with you at the moment. You're listening and watching the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament with us here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports station, and live on Video Productions.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy, and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
I'm Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, surgical podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm the elf on the shelf. And thanks to your woodworking skills, this is about to get a whole lot less jolly. And unless these are protected by Allstate, this little mess up is going to cost you big.
Protect your portable electronics against breaks, spills, and other Yuletide mishaps with a protection plan by Allstate. Available at Walmart and Walmart.com.
Meltdown, meltdown, meltdown.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Back here on the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament on WVOW and Video Productions. About a minute until we get things going back to action here. Look around, though, again. Logan picked up a huge win today in their game at the Armory as they beat George Washington. I had to think for a second again, Joe. I keep forgetting. But they beat George Washington 85-82. The final. Logan gets the win after falling last night to Woodrow Wilson. And Woodrow Wilson actually right now just is about to fall to Shady Spring. They trail by 10 with 13 seconds to go in the battle for the Armory. That's going on down in Beckley at the moment. So big win for Logan today to get them a nice win over a very formidable team like George Washington. Again, Chapmanville leads 48-21 here at the half of the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. Beth Haven has come out of the locker room, and Chapmanville is out, huddled up now around Coach Brad Napper. And we have a very fun half of basketball ahead of us here as I'm being rejoined by the man himself, Chris Kidd. Chris, do you feel any better, my friend?
No.
Chris does not feel any better. We apologize for Chris's lack of enthusiasm tonight. He is dealing with, he got a sore tummy, bless him.
Well,
there's nothing fun. There's nothing fun about being sick, Chris. I know.
You got that right.
But you're a real trooper, Chris, for powering through this ball game, and your boy James Barker was absolutely zero help at halftime as the Nathan Bush halftime experience was in full effect.
I apologize for leaving you alone.
That's okay. The people loved it. They're calling in. They want more, they said.
They may get more of it before this is over.
Well, Brody Dalton, Phillip Mullins, Obina Kill, and Hunter Jeffrey Andrews Scholl, the starters for Chapmanville to start this half. Matt and Andy Spalding, Isaac Moore, Tyler Hobbs, and Dante Adams leading the way for Beth Haven.
Beth Haven going left to right across your computer screen and radio dial here in the second half. Chapmanville from right to left as pass up top intercepted by Obina, and he loses it on the way in.
Obina could see the highlight reel waiting to happen there. I think he was going to try and clear Matt Spalding for the dunk. Or is that Andy Spalding? I'm sorry. That would be Andy Spalding. Matt Spalding is wearing 14 tonight.
Andy Spalding across the timeline into the center for Dante Adams. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line, airballed, rebounded by Hobbs underneath. Back out to Matt Spalding. He'll go for three and short with it. Obina there for another rebound and being harassed underneath. Gets it up ahead for Scholl. Scholl across midcourt, and Adams and Scholl and him bang knees, and Scholl slow to get up as they get it out to Spalding. His three no good. Scholl gave a thumbs up back to the bench, and now he's going to get a breakaway layup. Instead, he lays it off the backboard, and Obina comes in to dunk it home.
Nice finish from Obina and a good setup from Scholl off the backboard and finished with a slam. And Adams tries to throw. It's tipped by Jeffrey. Back comes Scholl behind his back, being pestered by Spalding. Scholl across the timeline to Dalton. Easy layup for the score by Brody Dalton.
Yeah, he's got 6 points now for the game, and Obina with 22 as he had 20 at halftime.
Okay, I did my math wrong at halftime. I had him at 21, but I was trying to add up in my head, so forgive me.
Oh, that's okay. Like I said, with my chicken scratch sometimes, it can be a little bit difficult.
Now it looks like Spalding will throw the ball in. Adams has it. Dribbling around, hands off to Spalding. Dalton D's him up. Spalding for three. Misses, rebounded by Scholl, and here come the Tigers.
Yeah, again, Matt Spalding just not been able to get it going in this tournament in either game thus far. Again,
Really hasn't.
They lob it up to Obina as him and Moore get tangled up again, and he and Moore have had a bit of a little vendetta here tonight, it seems like.
Moore's not afraid of Obina. He's not backing down, and Obina's kind of bumping some elbows here out on the court, Chris. Gives it back, and Spalding brings it across the timeline over to Adams. Adams now dribbles top of the key, pulls up from the free throw line, no good. Rebound comes down to Mullins, trapped in the corner. Attempted steal, Obina throws it to Dalton. Finds Obina, alley-oop and a slam for Obina and a Chile killing, and the foul.
And they get an N1 on that as well for Obina as he was pushed on the way in by Hobbs.
My goodness, Obina kind of bounced off his hand and went to Dalton. Dalton throws it back, and Obina throws it down. And the free throw is good.
He's got 25 now for the game as the lead now to 55-21 Chapmanville. As Andy Spalding to Dante Adams. Andy Spalding drives him, floater up, and good, as that's his first bucket of the game, first points of the second half for Beth Haven.
Good look for Spalding, and now Dalton's got it down court, and he finds Jeffrey. No good. Jeffrey with the rebound. He's got 4 Hornets around him. Just kind of throws it away, almost like icing in hockey. Obina over to Mullins for 3, and good. Philip Mullins knocks down a 3.
He's got 9 points now for the game.
Spalding to Spalding underneath. Nice pass as he threw that pass from about half court and found his twin brother underneath for the layup. 58-25, 5:18 to go.
He's back into the corner for Brody Dalton. He's wide open for 3, and he must have that shot down. He banked it in from the corner there last night, and he banks it in again here.
And Coach Napper's kind of laughing and chuckling at that shot going down. He can't believe it either. That's twice in 2 days. Obina's got the 2 up. That's 2 you've done that way. And
well, I said last night you could give him 1,000 tries, they'd never be able to do it again. I stand corrected.
He's 2 for 2. Again, our score, 5:02 remaining in the third. Chapmanville 61, Beth Haven 25. Adams to Spalding. Spalding throws back to Adams. Adams being pressured by Mullins. Over to Andy Spalding. My goodness, NBA 3. No good. Rebounded by Moore. No good. Mullins comes down with it. Kicks it over to Scholl. Scholl passes down court. Finds Mullins. Mullins goes up and makes the 2 and had a little something to say there, and he's going to get teed up for that.
Yeah, again, this has been a pretty heated contest here tonight between Beth Haven Christian and Chapmanville. Again, a lot of talking on both ends, and now Philip Mullins picks up a technical after Coach Priest picked up a technical in the first half.
Coach Priest has been teed up, and now Philip Mullins gets teed up as he had a little extra something to say, and Dante Adams will go to the free throw line here.
Adams has 9 points on the evening.
Moore's got something to drink out on the court.
His free throw up and good.
And Joe Mounts, the trash man tonight. Duke the Dumpster Drozy over here. If anybody gets that reference, you can talk to me later.
Now Adams has a second technical to shoot, and he'll miss this one off to the left.
Adams usually a pretty solid free throw shooter. Missed the second, though, and 63-26 now. Chapmanville leads Beth Haven as they held Mount View to 33, I believe, or 34 yesterday. Beth Haven at 26.
Adams will drive in on Obina, but can't convert, and his ball on the baseline, and it'll go back over to Chapmanville with 4:28 left here on the third.
Well, we'll see what Chapmanville does. They've got Isaiah Smith back in the game. Here comes Scholl now over Bina. Pressure from Beth Haven. Dalton back to Scholl. Scholl dribbles between his legs, gets a screen from Dalton. Trapped by the Spaldings. No good, though. Scholl just misses the ball, rimmed out, and rebound tipped around, and Spalding gets it. He contact, no foul.
And Obina goes flying on that three-point attempt.
Yeah.
Now another technical. And this one on Andy Spalding. Well, the foul on Andy Spalding. And the technical is also on Andy Spalding.
A lot of technicals here in this game.
And again, this game has just gotten out of hand on both ends, as Coach Priest wants to talk about it here. And again, there's a way of showing you're not scared, and then there's also another way of going about things.
There shouldn't be any jawing on either side of the court, Chris. I mean, let's be honest here. It'd be different if this were a close ball game, but neither team should be attempting to rub it in or try to prove something right now. This, there's no sense in it.
And Obina back at the free throw line here as he hits the first. Second one rattles home as well.
And now he'll get 2 more free throws.
He's got 27 for the game now.
We talked about him with the Scooby-Doo socks yesterday. Tonight he's got the Marshall Thundering Herd socks on as he is committed to go play for Marshall. And now Chase Berry will go in for the technical free throws. Obina shot the 3 free throws for the three-point shot as Chapmanville's lead is now 40.
Berry misses on the first attempt. 66-26, still half a quarter to go here in the third. As the second free throw rattles home.
This is a very Chapmanville heavy crowd, but Beth Haven brought quite a few people as well, and they're going to sit Spalding now after that technical. Coach Priest did not like that.
We've had 3 technicals now in the game.
No one's been ejected, and no one can afford to get ejected here in this game.
Scholl with a nice runner off the backboard and in. He's got 13 points now.
Spalding passes over to Moore, stays in bounds. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound by Obina, and Obina kicks it up ahead to Smith. Smith off the backboard, and Obina just lays it in.
He's got 30 points now for the game.
Looking like he did against Miller, Virginia. Adams brings the ball up the court. They've got Smith on him. Hobbs is going to set a pick. Adams now top of the key. Behind the three-point line over to Spalding. Spalding dribbles around and throws it away. Dalton's got it. Dalton on the break. Up to Obina. Up goes Obina and slam dunk.
Well, it's been a dunk party here tonight for Obina and a Chile Kill, and I believe that's his 5th one on the evening and 32 points.
Absolutely. They're going to get Dalton on a foul there on Adams as Adams and Dalton made contact. And we will get a substitution here as Chapmanville's lead has swelled up to 47.
And that's Isaac Butcher checking in, and Obina will go to the bench here.
What a game he's had. Probably won't see him anymore this one, especially with it getting as chippy as it's getting. Can't afford to get him hurt.
Inbound it deep for Adams. He'll get it over to Moore. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter as Matt Spalding. Tough shooting woes continue for him as he only had 6 last night and hasn't scored yet here tonight as Brody Dalton breaks ahead and he'll lay it in on the right side. Dalton now with 11 points for the game. And a timeout here for Beth Haven with 2:45 left in the third quarter. Is it a full or a 30? It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take it as well. Back after this break as you're listening to and watching Chapmanville Tiger basketball action right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
Hey, how's it going?
It's war on the roads. Bumps, scrapes, and ouch, wrecks.
That's gotta hurt. What about car insurance?
Lots of promises and very little payout.
The insurance company just wants to save money. You should get paid when you're injured, including your pain and suffering. And we win for you, or you pay us nothing.
What do you think, gang? Yeah!
Call Farmer Klein and Campbell. Because around here, you matter.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 34659.
Back here in Chapmanville at the Bob Rainey Memorial Holiday Tournament as Beth Haven has the ball and Spalding brings the ball across the timeline and looking to get number 2, who I don't have a name for. Tyler Hobbs pulls up for the jumper, misses, kicks back out to Adams. Adams for 3, no good. Rebound there. And there's the score. Number 3-point shot goes there, and I don't have a number 2 listed on my sheet in front of me on who made that shot. Dalton in the corner now, kicks over to Scholl. Scholl dribbles in. Scholl finds it over to Smith. Smith for 3, no good. Rebound by number 2, who still the numbers are different from last night, so I don't know who that is. Cover to Spalding. Spalding for 3, and no good. And going back to Chapmanville is a foul. And I don't know who the foul was on. I didn't see who that was on, and there was no signal. So the team foul on Chapmanville. And I'm still trying to figure out who made that 3-point shot. I believe that was Mason Henry that made that shot. And Dalton throws it out of bounds to Coach Napier. And that was Mason Henry that made that 3 earlier, so we did get that correct. And now checking back in is Andy Spalding. Scholl from way downtown, no good. Rebounded by Berry, kicks it out to Smith. Smith for 3, and good. Isaiah Smith knocks down the 3. And now Beth Haven in a hurry. Spalding shoots the long 3, no good. Rebounded by Dalton. Dalton brings it back up. Off of, and that's going to be out of bounds. That ball bounces off Isaac Butcher and will stay and go back to Beth Haven. 78-29, minute 15 to go in the third. And Spalding bringing the ball up court slowly, gets it across the timeline. Throws the ball underneath to his brother, and blocked by Dalton, but kept by Spalding, and he throws it away, tipped by Chapmanville. The ball will stay with the Hornets. 1 minute to go here in the third quarter as we'll get, the Hornets are going to get a look here. Inbound to Adams. Adams dribbles, takes a spin move, goes up and under, misses the layup. Hobbs tips it, back to Adams. Adams no good. Back to Moore, and Moore puts it in for the Hornets. Isaac Moore with his first basket here in the third quarter. Here comes Scholl, now dribbling between his legs. Screen from Dalton. Down under to Berry. Berry for 3, out of the corner, no good. Rebound Dalton underneath. He's got to have 10 offensive boards. Ball fought for on the floor. Moore comes up with it, kicks it over to Spalding. Spalding driving ahead, trying to get the fast break going. Loses the handle on it. Berry picks it off. Here comes Scholl. Scholl underneath, finds Dalton. Dalton beat up by Spalding and gets the foul, and they will count the basket. That foul will go against Andy Spalding. That's his second, and Dalton knocks down the shot. That'll be 2 points for him plus the foul shot. Scholl checks out. Back in comes Preston Smith back into the ball game, as Isaiah Smith has been in the game. So 2 Spaldings, 2 Smiths in the ball game. 17 seconds remain. Chapmanville's broken the threshold of 80. Dalton free throw up and good. Ball inbounds now. Andy Spalding, or Matt Spalding, excuse me, kicks it over to Dante Adams. Adams being guarded by Isaiah Smith now. Beth Haven going to play for 1. Hobbs shows the screen. Adams doesn't take it. Up and contact, but no foul, and Adams with the bucket, and that will do it for the third quarter of play. Chapmanville leads Beth Haven 81-33 as the buzzer sounds at the end of 3. Back after this, you're listening to the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament here on WVOW and live on Video Productions.
The holiday sales event is here with unbelievable deals at Thornhill Ford Lincoln. Special gifts for your special someone. 2019 Ford Mustang GT convertible up to $7,000 off, 3 to choose from, and 2019 Ford EcoSport now $18,995.
At Farmer Climate Campbell, we pride ourselves on providing classic service.
You get a firm that's concerned about you, your family, as well as the legal process.
We combine the newest technology and digital tools.
With our 35 years of experience,
to help you get more than the insurance company wants to offer.
Traditional service,
contemporary techniques.
It'll never go out of style.
Call 346-5990.
Steve, is that your car?
No, it's a rental.
It's SUV season at Thornhill Mitsubishi, serving up 0% APR for 72 months on 2019 Eclipse Cross, $20,770, $7,900 off 2019 Outlander PHEV and 2019 Outlander Sport. Wow, $15,000.
Back here in Chapmanville, West Virginia, as the Chapmanville Tigers lead the Beth Haven Hornets 81-33. Now Colton Craddock has checked into the game. He's being trapped at half court, kicks it over to Preston Smith. Smith now trapped by the Hornets, over to Craddock. Craddock to Barry. Barry finds the cutting Dalton. Fakes the pass out to Smith, goes up against Fry, no good. Barry with the rebound, back out to Craddock. Craddock goes to Smith. Smith with the runner in the lane, no good. Rebound by Smith, back up off the glass, and count it for Preston Smith. Smith now with his first bucket of the game, and here comes Adams. Adams dribbles over to Moore. Moore dribbles, drives, penetrates, defense, no good off the back. Rebounded by Barry. Barry over to Dalton, and travel called on Brody Dalton. Just a reminder, Nationwide Insurance Agent Greg Dalton is a proud supporter of Chapmanville Regional Athletics in the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-855-4906. Greg Dalton Insurance, with offices on Main Street in Chapmanville and Main Street in Logan. For all your size, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan. Moore tries the bucket, no good. Pass up to Smith, and Smith scores again. Preston Smith, easy bucket in transition for the Tigers. Adams comes up, back to Moore. Moore pulls up for three, no good. Rebounded by Barry. Barry kicks it over to Brody Dalton now. Dalton with a full-arm baseball pass up to Isaiah Smith. Finds Preston Smith. He fakes, goes down, pass to Colton Craddock. Craddock's mid-range jump shot is good. Colton Craddock's first minutes of the game, and he is on the board with two for the Tigers. Here comes Adams. Adams up. Chapmanville still in man-to-man. Brody Dalton guarding Moore. Pass off. Adams tells the screen, no go. Craddock's guarding him one-on-one. Adams dribbles, trying to find a man. And there's a foul on Isaiah Smith. That will be his second. Team foul number 4. Nobody close to shooting. Checking in for Chapmanville now is Trey Butcher and Isaiah Fleming. Checking in for the game is Dalton and Isaiah Smith will have a seat. Now inbound, Spalding throws it over to Moore. Don't think that was touched, so no backcourt. Moore dribbles, passes to Adams. Now Adams bring the ball up court. Got to get across the timeline. Adams still dribbling, trying to find a man. Fry sets a screen, no go. Adams takes a few steps into the lane, misses the layup, goes up, rebound, no good. Sent back out. Adams with a board, tries to get it. Ball being fought over. Ball's loose now and out of bounds. Last touched by Beth Haven. The ball goes back to Chapmanville. Caleb Maynard is in for the Hornets as he missed on the layup earlier. Craddock bringing the ball up court. Kicks it to Preston Smith. Smith over into the corner. Three-pointer, no good. Spalding rebounds, just saves it inbounds. Beth Haven looking to slow it down. 87-33 now. Chapmanville leads Beth Haven. Dante Adams brings it up. Doesn't get the foul that he was looking for. Rebounded there by Isaiah Fleming. Off of Fleming's foot, that'll be out of bounds. Beth Haven ball. 5:42 left in the ball game. Nathan Bush here with you at the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. As Maynard will inbound and timeout. Coach Rick Priest, let's see, 30-second timeout. So we will keep things here as the Tigers are rolling right now, and they will be cruising to another Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament trophy here at Chapmanville Regional High School. Again, we want to thank you all for tuning in here on WVOW, whether it be on ChapmanvilleTigers.tv or on video productions with Butch Mounts and all the gang. Joe Mounts, our engineer. Aaron Stone, our camera operator. Chris Kidd was with me earlier, fighting a little bit of either the stomach bug or food poisoning. So just Nathan Bush here with you right now to finish out this game as Chapmanville will raise the trophy at the end of this one as they lead 87-33. Neither team in any real foul trouble. No bonus here yet. Not even a one-on-one opportunity as both teams have 14 fouls. Maynard inbounds now. Adams dribbles the ball. Gets it across the timeline. He's being guarded by Isaiah Fleming. Spalding and some bumping bodies. Hobbs goes up, and Hobbs scores. 2 points for Tyler Hobbs to add to his total this evening. Ball up court, and Preston Smith goes down, and ball will be out on him as Matt Spalding will be inbound. Dante Adams barking out the play call. He's going to get a screen here, go around it, finds Moore in the corner. Moore dribbles, goes between two fenders, up and under, left-hand layup, no good. Rebound by Fleming, up to Craddock. Craddock goes up, no good. Trey Butcher tries to rebound, doesn't do it. Here comes Spalding now. Spalding stolen away by Trey Butcher from behind, kicks to Craddock. Craddock goes to Preston Smith. Preston Smith goes up and under, and he's fouled. That foul will go against Caleb Maynard, only his first of the ball game, and that will send Preston Smith to the line to shoot 2 here for the Tigers. And looking to check in now will be number 13, Isaac Butcher. The 6'3 sophomore will be in after the first foul shot, which is up, and it's good. Preston Smith knocks down the first free throw, and now he will shoot the second. Smith up, releases the ball, and through. 2 free throws are good for Smith. Here comes Adams now. Adams being guarded by Fleming. Over to Moore. Moore dribbles, passes back to Adams. Adams dribbles, tries to create some contact, nothing there. Dante Adams knocks it down for 2 more for him, as he's had a very good ball game here tonight against this Chapmanville Tigers team. Preston Smith coming back up, kicks it over to Butcher. Back up and under to Isaac Butcher for 2. 2 points for Butcher. Chapmanville 91, Beth Haven 37. Contact in the paint, nothing called. Out to Adams for 3. Adams knocks it down. Dante Adams scores to get Beth Haven up to 39. Over to Isaiah Fleming. He finds Preston Smith again, and Smith scores 2 more for the Tigers, as the Tigers are looking to cross the 100 threshold here. Moore dribbles in, contact and charge on Isaac Moore as Isaac Butcher takes the contact. That'll be the second personal on Isaac Moore here tonight. Had a really hot first half with 10 points, but has really got nothing going. Only 2 points in the second half so far. Dribbling up. Pass underneath. Shot up. No good. Rebounded by Butcher. And Butcher gets the foul. Foul on Moore. That's his third, as he's picked up 2 quick fouls there in the span of about 30 seconds. Isaac Butcher at the line, the sophomore, to shoot 2 for the Tigers. First one's up and good. Moore knocks down the free throw. Back in, now in for Beth Haven is, I don't have that number listed here in front of me. The jerseys changed from last night, so I can't tell. I believe it's Matt Moore checking in for the Hornets. And the second one no good for Butcher, as he goes 1 of 2 at the line. Rebounded by Moore. Over to Adams. Adams dribbles up court, crosses the timeline. He's being guarded by Fleming now. Over to Moore. Moore dribbles, can't find anyone. And it's stolen. Ball stolen away by number 4, Trey Butcher. Butcher kicks it over now in the corner. Fleming no good. Adams rebounds. Isaiah Fleming couldn't find the bottom of the net on that one. Spalding, deep 3. It's good. He had a little something to say there afterwards. Better watch. Can't get a technical here. As Matt Spalding with his first bucket of the game. Ball goes back to Colton Craddock. He can't make it. Trey Butcher can, though. Isaac Butcher finishes that one at the rim. Beth Haven now 42, Chapmanville 96. Under 3 minutes to play. Here comes Adams. Adams dribbles, kicks it over to the corner. Moore's being pressured in the corner. The big man kicks it back and out of bounds as number 11, Caleb Maynard, stepped on the line. Checking in now will be, I believe, Devin Smith. And again, I apologize. These numbers are different than what I have on my roster sheet, as the numbers changed from the uniforms from yesterday to today. So if I'm getting that wrong, I do apologize. Long baseball pass down underneath, and Butcher can handle the pass. And now over to Moore. Moore dribbles up, crosses the timeline. Fancy dribble work, up for a jump shot, and good. Isaac Moore with the jumper. That's only his 4th point of the half. Craddock now dribbles up, kicks it over to Preston Smith. Smith for 3, and good! Preston Smith knocks down the big 3-point jump shot as Chapmanville now 99 points, looking to break 100. Beth Haven has hit 44 points in this ball game. Adams with the ball, gets a screen, goes around it, dribbles in, spins up, no good. Gets his own miss now. Trying to go back up, kicks it out to Spalding, finds Moore for 3, no good. Rebounded underneath by Fleming. Fleming kicks it to Craddock. Craddock up to Preston Smith. Why not for 3? And good! Preston Smith is on fire. And timeout. Chapmanville, Preston Smith. It's a 30-second timeout. Chapmanville 102, Beth Haven 44 with 1:48 to go in the game, and the Tigers on fire. Preston Smith just in the 4th quarter alone. I'm trying to add this up as quick as I can. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 points for Preston Smith just in the 4th quarter alone. He is on fire. And now some subs have checked into the game as Coach Napper trying to get some of his reserves into the game, as looks like in the game right now for Chapmanville is Isaiah Fleming. Trey Butcher is in the ball game. Devin Workman is in. Isaac Butcher, I believe, is still in the ball game. And Will Kirkendall. Knocked away from Moore, caught by Moore. Out of bounds. And, okay, I apologize. Trey Butcher is still in the game. I saw number 4. It's hard to see from here. Moore now inbounds to Adams. Adams measures his man. 1:30 to go in the ball game. Adams trying to get up to get some points on the board. Up, fader, good. Dante Adams playing for pride at this point. 102-46. And kicks the ball back over. Chapmanville, handoff to Workman. Workman back over to Kirkendall. Kirkendall's dribbling around the top of the key. Kicks it back and over to Fleming. Fleming 3-ball and good! Number 32, Sam Leslie knocks down the 3. As nearly every Tiger has scored tonight. Adams goes up. His layup is good. Dante Adams has had a heck of a ball game for the Hornets. Up ahead. Pass too long intended for Kirkendall, who could not get his hand on it, as Trey Butcher, Will Kirkendall, Landon Tomlin, and Isaiah Fleming are the only Tigers who have not gotten into the scorebook yet. 48 seconds to go in the ball game now. Pass over to Smith, back to Adams. Adams pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound there by Leslie. Leslie kicks it over, up the court, and Kirkendall with the score. Kirkendall on the board now for the Tigers. And ball goes back to Moore. Moore kicks it back to Adams. I believe they might just let the clock run out. 13 seconds to go in this ball game. 107-48 to score. Spalding for 3, no good. And Chapmanville now can cross the timeline and dribble out the clock. As your final tonight from the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament, 107-48. The Tigers win the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break, and after that we will be right back to discuss the winners of the tournament. You're listening to the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament here on Video Productions and live on WVOW Radio.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Back here at Chapmanville, the final 107-48. Chapmanville beats Beth Haven, and you know what? I've been told several different times who the coach for Beth Haven is. I've heard both Ronnie Hipshire and Rick Priest, so they're both coaches tonight for what I'm saying, as I've been told several different things by several different people. So you figured it out, call me. But tonight's Temp Control Hot Hand of the game is brought to you by Temp Control of Chapmanville, and tonight's Hot Hand goes to Obina and Achille Killen, and he will also be our Farmer Klein and Campbell player of the game, as we got plenty of highlights to choose from here for Obina. Let's go with this one here as he goes up and just blocks the ball out of bounds on our video productions replay. But a huge night for Obina and Achille Killen here at the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. And they're naming now the all-tournament teams: Moore, Hobbs, Adams from Beth Haven, and Dalton, Mullins, Shull, and Obina Killen are named as well here at half court. Well, we'll step aside for our final 1 minute break. When we get back, I'll finish up the final scoring marks, and we will say goodnight from Chapmanville Regional High School. You're listening to the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament here on WVOW West Virginia Premier Sports Station and live on Video Productions.
I'm Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, surgical podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
Back here at the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament in Chapmanville, West Virginia, where Beth Haven was just given their runner-up awards. Let's look at the final scoring real quick as Chapmanville is crowned the winner of the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament a third year in a row. On the Beth Haven side, Matt Spalding finishes with 3, Isaac Moore 14, Dante Adams with, 12 and 9, so he will finish with 21 points for the Hornets. 4 points for Andy Spalding, Tyler Hobbs with 4, and Mason Henry with 3 for the Beth Haven Hornets. On the Chapmanville side of things, Obina and Achille Killen leads all scoring with 32 points, all in 3 quarters. 11 points for Philip Mullins. Andrew Shull finishes with 13. 14 points for Preston Smith, all coming in the fourth quarter. Brody Dalton finishes with 13. Hunter Jeffrey with 4. Chase Berry with 1, Isaiah Smith has 6. Colton Craddock with 2, Will Kirkendall with 2, Sam Leslie with 3, Isaac Butcher finishes with 5 points. Well, that's going to do it here from Chapmanville, West Virginia with the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. We hope you tune back in to our next broadcast, which I believe will be the Man Hillbillies and Logan Wildcats at Man on WVOW. And stay tuned for more from Video Productions on the web. Check them out at wvvideoproductions.com. I'm Nathan Bush for our cameraman Aaron Stone. For Joe Mounts, our engineer, and Terry Bucklew back in the WVOW studios, and for the not feeling well Chris Kidd, it's time to say goodnight here from the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope you visit us again next time for WVOW and Video Productions. Have a good night, everyone.